And here we are in the fourth game of the group stage. We are playing against Roma for the second time in a row, but this time we are on our home turf. Hopefully, because we have the home advantage, if that even exists, hopefully we can come away with a victory. I know it's asking for much. We did have a couple of good attempts, but yeah, they did not result in goal because their goalkeeper, Olsen, which we will see on screen after this one, is quite big and quite good at being a goalkeeper. Obviously, Mysonial is not as good, but honestly, who cares? And I completely forgot to mention, I don't think I even mentioned, but Bruno Alves, the central defender that we have, is, I don't know how this came to be. He's a regen and he came to my academy. I don't know. He has the same face and everything, same name as well. He is 16. He is playing on my first team because he's actually better than whatever else I had, and he's actually the regen of the real life player Bruno Alves, and he has been a complete beast for me. He has been very, very good. He's only 16, so he'll keep growing. He's already grown, I believe, 2 in just a couple of months or 3 months. I don't recall how much time has already passed, but he's already grown and he's showing enormous potential, and that is, I'm really happy about that because I really like him as a player. I don't think he plays for the Portuguese national squad again. That should have been the very first goal. I don't think he still plays for the Portuguese national squad. I believe he's gotten on with the age. I mean, he was 34 or something in FIFA 2014. So yeah, I believe he has gotten on with his age and he's probably retired. I've heard nothing about his retirement. He probably didn't retire because I've seen some pictures and he is on Corinthians, I believe. I think he went to Brazil or something along those lines. But yeah, maybe he's still playing, maybe he is not. If he is, good for him. Either way, he was gaining on his age. Maybe he retired. In this day and age, in my PES, it's so weird to say PES, Pro Evolution Soccer save file, and I was able to get, because he only appeared on my youth academy on the very last days of the previous season, so he probably retired, and then yeah, that was it. Garza now has the ball, sends over to Kovalenko, over to Arcas, tried to do a nutmeg but wasn't able to, over to Castelladine. That was a terrible attempted goal. That was really awful. How did you think you were able to actually do that? Oh, and Perotti, oh, he's away. And I know he could have done better. The goalkeeper was not going to come between him and the goal. And where are my defenders? Oh, Bruno Alves is always next to him. I just realized that he's always next to him. He did not let him go. Yeah, he managed to score, to try and score, probably because Bruno Alves was right on top of him. That was probably the reason why he was unable to actually score. Either way, good job. He is a mountain of a man, and he will be with us for many, many years. I will not sell him because he's quite good. And ooh, oh, I thought that would have been a goal by Ivo Rodrigues. That would have been incredible. What are you doing on the right side of the pitch, though? You should be on the left. Yeah, that was a good attempt. The goalkeeper would not catch it. Oh well, it was an attempted goal. Nothing came of it, unfortunately. But there is some slight advantage to me being on the home side. Obviously, not as much as FIFA, because otherwise I would have been losing 3-0 already. But I have a slight advantage. I'm noticing that I am attacking a whole lot more than when I was in Rome. Because I completely forgot the name of Roma Stadium. I'm sorry, I don't know all the stadium names. There are a lot of people who absolutely know, but I'm not one of them. Oh, that was a beautiful save. If my Sonyal did not catch it, that probably would have gone inside. Kovalenko now has the ball. Over to Castelladine. Over to Ivo Rodrigues. Over to Stewart. Ivo Rodrigues is spent, so he's not able to actually sprint all that much. Dzeko. Over to Pastore. 0 minutes of added time. I've yet to see a single minute of added time in any of my EuroLeague group games. And that is that. Okay, half time. Just now realized that that is not centered. It is quite bugging me. Was that on purpose or was that... I don't know, I don't care. Let us try and get a win this time around. I would like that. I know we can. We've been getting a lot of possession and shots. So it's just a matter of time, I believe. Either that or we'll end up drawing again 0-0. Which would be quite okay, I believe. I mean, we have Bruno Alves, which he's already stopped a couple of goals, both in the previous game and on this one. Not the one that I actually tried to score, but yeah, he's very, very good. And he's tall as all hell, 119 centimeters. And there we go, there he is, always next to the ball. He is spectacular. He is a mountain of a man, he really is. Okay, we nearly got that ball. Karsdorp wants to over to Dzeko. Perotti. And come on, there we go. Serrano got the ball back. Serrano is just incredible. He really is. And I've been looking. He's now playing for Monaco. He's French though, so it is to be kind of expected. Ooh. Olsen, come on. It's normal for players in their home country to stay in their home country, and Ivo Rodrigues, that was very, very good. Kovalenko has the ball over to Castelladine, over to Daniel, over to Arcus. Kovalenko, ooh, you lost the ball, but Daniel was right there, and all the attempts we're trying to make have all been intercepted, unfortunately. There we go. Ball over to Bruno Alves. He's a bit tired, but still carrying on. Stewart over to Ivo Rodrigues. Over to Stewart, and we scored! It is a goal. We're actually on the lead, and Stewart, my God, what a beautiful, beautiful goal on the inside of the post. My oh my. I wanted something like this to happen, and I'm really glad it actually did. I'm really, really happy something like that happened. They played perfectly. Obviously, the final shot, the finishing, was kind of dubious, but it got the job done. So now we have a 1-0 lead over Roma. I did tell you that the home advantage was a real thing, not as big as in FIFA, but there's something. There is clearly something. And my players are a little bit tired. So after this attempt, Okay, I will change a couple of my players. Okay, no, yeah, both of them, and that, and then we'll put Luke over there, and not that, and you'll be a second striker just so you can maintain that. Okay, and that is it. Those are all the changes I want to make. 3 in one sitting, and there we go. Katsmaier, Saucedo, and they don't mention the other one. And oh my, oh! And immediately they get the equalizer. I was hoping we could actually win something against Roma, but as I stated, just the one strike and they are able to actually equalize. Bruno Alves is quite angry at everything. And with due reason. I mean, we should have defended. Where were my defenders? Why is all of that empty? And the only defender was Bruno Alves, and he cannot do everything on his own. He tried to get the ball out of bounds, but he was unable to. Right into one of theirs. Well, alright then. Okay. 1-1. Castleton now has the ball. Sends it over, but they're quite content. We're having a game that's drawn 1-1. Ah, that could have been the one that would put us on the lead, but now they're gonna waste a whole lot of time. 0 minutes of added time. Yeah, it will end in the draw for us again against Roma. There we go, 1-1. At least we could have won. We really could have won. Their goal was very good. Ours was a little bit shady, but we could have won this game if only there were more defenders at that very last thing they did. Unfortunate, but that's how it is. Okay, here are the results. We drew 1-1 against Roma, but Athens and Feyenoord also drew 0-0. That could be good for us, I don't know. Benfica won 1-0. Sporting won 1-0. Braga lost 2-0. And Vitória Football Club lost 1-0. So we are on top of the table with Roma in second place. Alright then, we have the exact number of points, the exact number of games won and drawn, no games lost, and the same number of goals and same number of goals suffered. That's quite interesting. Benfica is in second place. Sporting is in second place as well. Braga is in last place. Yeah, there's no way they can actually win. But the points are quite low. I mean, there's only 2 games left. And Feyenoord can actually end up in the top of the leaderboard, because they still need to play against me and against Roma. So they had to win both of those games, and they already lost against Roma and against me, and I'm guessing against Ajax. I don't know, something along those lines. Okay, we're getting ready to face Ajax Athens once again. We have the entire team ready to go. Some of them are a little bit tired, unfortunately, but we should be able to get on quite good with them. If they get on badly, I'll replace them with the others that I have on the bench, because it is quite an okay bench. And looking at the schedule, I'm going back to where we were. We drew 1-1 with Roma. As all of you know, we could have won that last one, that last minute goal was quite a fantastic one, and I did not realize it at the time, but it was from a player that came out of the bench and immediately he scored. We drew 2-2 against Chaves, don't know how, probably because it was a game that was so close to Roma's and my players were tired. We won 1-0 against Tondela and we won 2-0 against Moreirense. We will be playing against Ajax Athens, and I will want to play this game against Benfica because they are on top of the table, if I recall correctly. So let me just check. Yeah, they're on top of the table. I'm in 4th. We're doing quite well. So let's keep going with this.